You contribute your growth as an artist to attending the MFA program at Fort Hays State University. Tell me more about this.
So Fort Hayes was awesome. So when I went to Hayes, I was in the military. I'm still in the army actually, but moving all the time, moving every 1 to 2 years. So I needed to find a master's program because I needed a master's to continue to progress in the military, and I wanted to try to get it into ceramics because rewind it back to my time at Florida State. Like I didn't take it serious because from that teacher and everything, but I did end up taking it serious eventually towards the end of that semester and ended up teaching and all that fun stuff. But I never really gave it its due diligence before I graduated undergrad. So I wanted to try to find it, now years later, removed, a lot more mature. I've got a family and all that stuff and wanted to give the craft its due diligence. So I was like, I want to do it in ceramics because the Army didn't care what I got a master's in. And I was like, I'm going to take 10 minutes and try to find a university that'll let me get a master's in ceramics and not be present at the university. And I was like, I'm just going to, well, actually, I said I'm going to give it 30 minutes. That's what it was. I'm going to give it 30 minutes sitting at my desk. I'm just going to make phone calls for 30 minutes. And if I can find it, because I never heard of it, but I was like, I'm going to try. The second phone call I made was Fort Hays State University. And the instructor picked up the phone, Linda Ganstrom. She picked up the phone and she was like, submit. So I was like, great, I'll do the submission and we'll see what happens. And that program and the way it was constructed, the way you do your assignments, just the whole setup for the program allowed me to be like who I am to the day with Goode Art. And then now working for Speedball is pretty awesome.
So, how did it help you with developing your style of pottery?
So the way they do the assignments, and I think it's based off of that, and I still do the assignments, not assignments, but I still work my projects to this day like that, and it's called problem statements. And at first I was a little confused my first semester. I was like, problem statement? And it's all about, you have a lot of leeway in the curriculum as far as what you produce each semester. And it's all about solving problems. And so it was assignment after assignment after assignment. And then for me and my art style that I currently do right now, heavy graphics, heavy everything, that was one of my problem statements is how can I make my ceramic work look like the paintings and all the other commission artwork that I was doing at the time, like, cornhole sets and water bottles. And because I have a huge painting background and I was like, I want my ceramics to look like my paint work. And that was one of the problems that I solved in the class. And there you go. That was the beginning of Goode Art ceramically. Like, yes, now I've figured out how to do this. And it was all because of that curriculum pushing me as an artist that way.